Welcome to the Headley Highlight Show's Headley Headspaces. And this Headspace is called Ceasefire Agreement Phase 1. Is this actually going to work? Before I jump up into this Headspace, I'd like to thank everyone for listening, liking and sharing. I now have 2,120 subscribers, and I'm aiming to get to 2,200. So with your assistance and help, I can get there. Click the bell notification and select all so you get all of my uploads. Don't forget to make a donation at deniseheadley.com, or you can do that on my YouTube where you can subscribe as well, as I'm partial to 3 wings and chips and a bit of Bitcoin. So now that we've done that, I just want to mark today as not today, but I want to mark this particular political space with what's happened with the ceasefire agreement and the phase 1 deal, which is supposed to be taking place. So Israel and Hamas, and bear in mind this is ChatGPT and everything you read is zinified so that things come across in a particular way. So just bear that in mind. So Israel and Hamas have agreed to the first phase of the Trump brokered peace plan. And this includes a ceasefire and a prisoner and hostage exchange. Hamas have rejected the idea of Tony Blair. I am so glad he's been rejected, running the Gaza under the deal. Now, why do the Gazans need an overlord? Yeah, they don't need an overlord, and apparently Satan was unavailable for the job, so Mr. Blair volunteered himself. I'm sure he was there to make gazoodles of more money with his chum, the Ellisons. Yeah, so they rejected him, and I'm so glad about that. Mr. Calamity Care, of course, welcomed the agreement while still furnishing the Zionist state with not propaganda. They give them recognizance information. They also support with arms, political, economic, and social cover. He said lifting restrictions on humanitarian aid to Gaza was an area he was most happy about. The idea that he had no way of impacting on that, in my opinion, is laughable. Now, this is interesting. I'm on ChatGPT, and they are referring to the G side as severe child malnutrition. Do you see what I'm saying to you about how you're constantly being told what to think? I put into ChatGPT, give me some information about what's the latest in Gaza. And ChatGPT is referring to the G side as severe malnutrition. It's not saying it's a man-made starvation tactic as a war crime. No, they're calling it a severe child malnutrition. The Lancet, according to that, says that it estimates that 55,000 children under the age of 6 are acutely malnourished. Does it say why? The study links the malnutrition to tightened blockades and restricted humanitarian aid. Listen to the language, people. This is the reason why you need independent media, so you can cut through this stuff and see it for what it is. This alleged information from ChatGPT is not in one way telling you that these young people, all of these children under 6, are experiencing a G-side because of the blockade and the fact that, they're not even naming it. They're not even naming it. I need to go and get some water. And this is how they're framing this now. Internal armed conflict. In Gaza itself, internal fighting escalated on the 3rd. Hamas raided the Al-Mujahideen clan, leading to clashes and dozens of casualties. So any violence that's being reported by ChatGPT is initiated by Hamas. There's no way, we as individuals who use these services are being manipulated because of the people who program the services for our consumption. So when you get your news, it's not often news. It's actually PR, persuasion, and conferring public consent for particular courses of action. Sentiment apparently is very fragile, and I'm not quite sure how they were able to assess the Palestinians' opinions. I mean, they don't have anything to eat. I don't think they had time to use their smartphones and take part in a poll. Do you? How would they gather that? Did Mori go over there? Because no one's allowed in Palestine to make an assessment about what they're saying, and we don't know what Hamas is saying because we never get them. They never get reported on the news. So how come ChatGPT knows that the Palestinians are in favor of that? Basically, I'm just getting more and more exercised as I read through this stuff, because anyone who's got any sense knows that this is not the future towards peace. You can't determine a community's future with imposed positions and by effectively cleansing them off of their ethnic land. I mean, I know it's the colonial way and it's worked in the past, but it's clearly not working now because we've all got smartphones, okay? Right. So let's see if this peace holds. Let's see if there's any exchange of prisoners. And I guarantee you, you will receive your news in its usual zine-ified packaging if you listen to anything outside of independent media. Good night and cut. See you next week, darlings. Don't forget to make a donation at DeniseHeadley.com. I'm partial to 3 wings and chips and a piece of Bitcoin. Allow your mind to be sovereign, a bit like the Bitcoin. And cut, darlings.